Hello, it's week one as the Encore Explorer. Yes, I am officially houseless. It's just the first week of me house sitting for someone else, not having my own place. But thanks to the wisdom of my son in law, he pointed out I might be houseless, but I am never going to be homeless thanks to the love and generosity of the people who care about me with open arms, sharing their homes with me as I plan where I want to go next and decide sometime in the future where my more permanent roots will be planted. If you have followed along at all yet on this journey, YouTube, I shared a bit of my story and I'm sharing some shorts that I have decided to pack up, put my furnishings and most of my possessions in storage and travel around for a while on the eve, the cusp of turning 69. I am exploring the freedom to work and travel around the world, living through my senses, seeing and smelling and tasting and touching and hearing new things and revisiting some other things in life that I wanted to experience more of. So it's been a great time really having to face myself and come to terms with the fact that I was keeping way too much stuff around me. And then I had to start letting go of it, purging things from my life that no longer served me, that have no value in the growth and the personal development and exploration that I'm launching out on. So I made the decision, hard as it's been, I'm trying to keep on making room for more new things and recall, repurpose, dispose of old things that I don't need to keep any longer. And as a generation who grew up acquiring possessions as a purpose, as a point of security or status symbols, or just because I might need it. I've often said that when I travel, I'm a just in case packer, just in case I need it, I'll pack it. Apparently, I've also been a just in case homemaker. So that I kept all these things just in case I might ever need them again. Like, seriously, why do I have 8 martini glasses? I don't even drink martinis out of those stemmed glasses anymore, but I packed them. And now, with faced with a storage unit that is overflowing, oh, there's so many things that I would not have packed and that I would have found a new home for. But there it is. The storage unit is crammed. I'll share some photos of that in my social media. And that's where the stuff is going to stay until I decide to unpack it. So here we are. I am in the business of deciding now what my life will be like with this release of a lot of physical stuff. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to be reducing further because I brought with me on my house sitting gig boxes of documents and photographs that I am going to digitize and reduce. So that's one of the tips I wanted to share with all of you about when you have the opportunity, start sooner. Start recognizing that today we don't have to keep up all that paperwork anymore, that the cloud is our filing cabinet. And whether you shoot a picture of it with your smartphone or you have a scanner on your printer, start planning for the fact that you don't need to have all those file boxes full of heavy paper and books. Oh, do I love my books. And I have boxes of books that went into a storage unit. Even after I had already culled them, I still had 3 full banker boxes of books that I thought, I really want to touch that. I want to dog ear the pages. I want to highlight sections. I want to stick my Post-it notes in on sections that had significant meaning to me, or I wanted to go back and read, or I wanted to create some content myself inspired by the words of that author. Also, photographs. Wow, that's been an emotional exploration on letting go of printed copies of photographs, and especially those that were framed. I very recently made a very difficult choice to let go of pictures of my children that were taken 40 years ago, that a photographer, a professional photographer was hired at a family event. We all did our portraits as a family group en masse, and then individual families. And then I had individual portraits done of my amazing children and spent a great deal of money having those printed and framed. And I've moved those from house to house, and the kids don't want them. First of all, they're barely recognizable in the pictures now, uh, if at all. And it's just not what they're interested in. And so I have kept them, dusted them off, put them on walls sometimes, kept them in cupboards and other times. But finally, this time, I told myself I had to let go. So I photographed them carefully with my iPhone. So those pictures are still available if anybody ever wants to go back and see what they looked like at ages 16 and 11 or 12-ish. And I walked myself to the trash bin and I put them in, because what else would you do? Who would they be any good to? What I'm finding is that as I move through these challenging activities, and they are challenging, A, I'm getting really tired physically. So continuing to do this physical work is one thing. But emotionally, it takes some work reconciling myself to, I'm throwing away an old photograph that no one wants anymore. I'm not throwing away the memory that is associated with that, or my feelings for that individual who's in the photograph. So reducing the downsizing of photographs is a really big one that I would recommend everybody get a head start on, because maybe you want to try what I'm about to do, and that's set off and be a nomad for a while, exploring the world. Or maybe you're just going to downsize from one home to a smaller home, a more convenient home that will work for your current or future lifestyle. And sure as heck, I hope that none of you are having to face the fact of needing to clean out and clean up after someone else who kept things too long and were not any longer able to take care of it themselves. And that's something I came to terms with, recognizing that I did not want to leave this as a burden to my children or to people who care about me, or friends and family. I did not want anyone to have to come in and go through my stuff after I was deceased or incapacitated. So that's something that has been an emotional thing, decluttering myself emotionally and decluttering. It also makes me feel good about the fact I am taking care of my own shit. I'm not leaving it to anybody else to have to do. I'm not done on that yet. I have more to do. And to those of you who that might fall on, I promise you, I gotta keep on doing my shit. So there. Also, I love the fact that as I reduce, give away, recycle, rehome, repurpose, just dispose of stuff, I feel an openness, a greater energy, a space around me, and the ability to breathe. I can recognize that now it's not that I have lost something, but in fact that I've made room for this something better, something new to come into my life in the future. Again, recommended for you. Remind yourself if it's difficult letting something go or you've formed a strong attachment, just think of this or something better. So for today, that's a sharing of some of my experience as I prepare for this travel internationally. And I've got some more things to talk about, but for now, I gotta go and scan some more photos. I'll talk with you soon.